Wow. Was that something or what? That was a heck of an intro. And I'll tell you a backstory behind that. Take these peepers off. I only need them to see when I'm close up. Um, Hold on. My computer went to sleep. Wake up. There we go. Gotta have my rise in the back, whichever side it is. Anyhow, that was something. When I spoke to Don earlier, I asked him if he had a video clip that he could send me, about a minute or so, that I could use as part of his introduction. And he didn't have anything at the time. And about 45 minutes later, he sends me an email with that. So he threw that together. Believe it or not, he just threw that together. That was awesome. Love the beat. Love the images. And of course, that's who we're going to be talking to here soon, which is Don Ward of Third Creative. I've been flashing his information across the bottom of the screen, and that'll be flashing throughout this content. Don sent me a friend request, and we chopped it up back and forth. We talked on the phone. Next thing you know, bada boom, bada bing. Hey, you interested in doing a live? So he made it work. He found a time frame that worked for us. And it actually might change the whole game, because I think this is going to be a better time for those of you that are on the East Coast. Those of you on the East Coast, go ahead and chime in and put a comment in if this time is better for you than our normal Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Not the particular day, but the time of day. If this is better for you, put a comment in there. We appreciate that. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and bring in Don Ward with Third Creative. Welcome, Don.
What's up?
Right. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to come in and speak with us, and your humbleness. I'm not going for that. I'm about to dig it out and find out what Don Ward is all about. We had our conversations already, and I got a lot of information based on what we talked about earlier. But let me go ahead and let you introduce yourself, share what you want to share, and then we'll dig in from there.
First off, it's an honor to be a guest, so thank you.
Cool.
I definitely appreciate that. My name is Don Ward, and if there's anybody out there who doesn't know who I am a small volume photographer who creates his own designs and puts them out there for you to use. So if you need a little help with that, hopefully I can fill that for you.
There you go. And where are you based, Don?
I'm in Wichita Falls, Texas, North Texas, about 2 hours north of Dallas-Fort Worth.
Cool. And I know we talked before. You got multi-gigs. I call it the MSI, multiple streams of income. So you're a trained engineer, if I said that properly. If there's another term, correct me on that. And then you got your templates, and then you got your shooting business.
Yeah.
So
juggling.
That keeps it going. For those of you that are out there and you got one gig, what happens if that one gig goes out? You still got to feed the kids. You still got to feed yourself. So look at multiple streams of income and multiple avenues of revenue outside of photography even, because what happened with COVID? I mean, a lot of us didn't shoot for a whole year. I know we didn't here in California. March to March, we shot nothing. A lot of Netflix and gaining weight. So Don, you're I believe you said you are a Nikon shooter. How did you get involved in photography?
I got involved in photography just because I wanted to take pictures of my kids. And I think that's a pretty common story for a lot of people. But me being me, I always have to try to take it to the next level. So I don't know. I just jumped in that rabbit hole and never looked back. And here we are.
And that first camera you purchased, what was the first camera you purchased?
First camera was a Nikon D7000, and I had no idea how to pick from the thousands of cameras. So I listened to Frontnose Photo, Jared Polin. I was like, okay, this guy's pushing Nikon, so let me just make a move and pick something.
There you go.
But it was a good camera for me because I was shooting sports. It was a crop sensor, so it was a little cheaper. It got more reach, and it was definitely a good first. Actually, I could use it for what I do right now.
There you go.
Just fine.
Absolutely.
But now I've moved on to Sony, and I still have a Nikon D500 that I use for some action still. So
great. Yeah. And you're you got 4 girls. So yeah,
Yeah.
you got a handful. How do you balance home life with these outside activities? Your train engineer, your templates, your shooting. How do you balance it all and give your family time as well?
Uh, it's not easy. Um, it's teamwork. Um, my wife is a big part of making everything work. She's the glue. A little cliche, but it's true for her. She makes it where I can focus on work and making money and getting the bills paid, and not have to worry about minor details. Even in the photography business, she helps with that. Helps with the kids, and without her, uh, I'd be up the creek.
Wow, that's awesome. And that is a common theme across the board. I don't know if my wife's on here watching too, but she knows Cat Photos wouldn't be what it is today without her, because we balance each other out. And where I'm weak, she's very, very strong, because I'll walk away from a job in a minute if things aren't going right. She's like, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Yeah,
Let's get this bag first. Then we'll go home and we'll talk about fixing it. But we're gonna get this money while we're here. So I totally understand that. With regard to the templates, how did you get started with that? What was your premise for starting with the templates?
so templates was completely an organic evolution, I guess you would say. Me, just being me, I've always been into art. I've always had to have a creative outlet. And when I had a family and I had two jobs, art really there wasn't much time for that. And so when I decided to spend the money on that first camera, which was crazy expensive to me at that time and in my situation, um, I just decided I was going to take that plunge and I would use it to make money. And my goal was just to pay for the camera, so that
Right.
I could justify that expense. It was just a luxury, something that I wanted to have, something that I wanted to learn because my kids were young and involved in sports. And try to fast forward this a little bit, but one thing led to another. Started with action. That evolved to coach asking me to take team photos. When I took team photos, I just had to put some kind of artistic impression on it, do something. And
Right.
I had a laptop that had Photoshop Elements, and I hit the YouTube, and I went crazy with outer glow and flames and all of that good stuff.
The
And
bevels.
I just kept at it. And as it's kind of a long answer, but as I kept creating and kept making, laughable images, it started to evolve and it started to get attention locally. Then I started getting messages from people out of state and, just giving me compliments, and that felt great.
Right.
And then when they asked me if they could purchase my Photoshop files, I guess I knew that there was templates or template sources. I just didn't realize that an ordinary, everyday Joe like myself, could do that. I picture these companies. I don't know what, I just didn't understand.
Right.
And so the more that people asked me for my files, the more people would put that bug in my ear. Eventually, I just had to take that leap.
Great, great. And a great leap it was for your entire family.
Oh my
Um,
goodness, yes.
and Third Creative allowed your wife to do what?
Yeah, I've told the story before, but it allowed her to focus on our family and our home and our ship and keeping it tight. I think, it's very common to have two parents working in a household, and you can make that work, but it adds extra stresses, and just you miss out on things, or you're trying to rush to get everything taken care of. You got dinner, you got the house, everybody's working. So it just relieved all sorts of stress and worry, and just, I don't know, everybody's happier. And I was happy that she was able to do that and no longer work. I mean,
Absolutely.
she
Yeah.
works, but yeah, you
I
know what I
get you
mean.
on that one. You don't want to be on the couch. I get you on that.
No, No, she may not get a paper check, but she's
Right.
earning she's
She's
earning
putting
her
in
keep.
work.
Oh
She's putting
yes.
in work. I feel you on that. Um, there was the action shots. Are you still doing any action, or it's all TNI now?
I try to take some action of my kids. They play volleyball. I'm not the best at it. I do okay,
Right.
but I like to incorporate action into uh, into graphic design and into Photoshop into what I'm doing, with my photography business. So not necessarily much live game action,
Right.
but simulated action.
Right.
Strobe, light them dramatically or try to the best that I can and find a cool, twist on it. I really like making action schedule posters if I can
Right.
convince these teams to pay for it, which some of them have, and they said they're going to do it again. So I think it's going to grow. But I love, an action collage of all the seniors. It's got their schedule.
Absolutely.
There was a few in that little slideshow that I made. So I love doing
Right.
that.
Cool. Cool. And let's see, the artist in you and the creative process. We talked about that a little bit earlier. And I think a lot of us have that in us, and some folks get so focused on the art, they forget about the money. Like, how much time did this take me to get the money? When you're creating, do you consider that when you're creating for your own sales, not for a template to sell, but for your own sales?
Um, my situation is a little unique or a little different. In the beginning, I was practically giving my time and my work away, and that's not necessarily the smartest move.
Right.
But for me, I needed a creative outlet. I used it to do that, and I knew that I was giving them way more than they were paying for. And even though it wasn't a big master plan, that paid off for me. And so now I'm in a situation where I don't have to shoot, hundreds of teams and leagues, and I'm able to take the teams that I can handle, and I use that as an opportunity to create something cool. But I know that's not a luxury that everybody has.
Right.
Time is money, and I understand that, and that's something that I'm trying to balance the artistic side and the efficient side with my templates, because I
Right.
know people need to be able to get in and get out. So that's something I've been working on and hopefully getting
Absolutely.
better at.
Great. Great. I went to your third creative site and looked at a lot of the different templates and the new one that you have come out. What's the title of the white one? What's the name of that one?
The most recent one is Baseline.
Baseline.
And
Yeah.
yeah, baseball, softball.
Cool, cool. I
Yeah.
love them, and I love the versatility of them, that you can use them for a variety of different sports. You buy one template, you should be good for the year. And then next year get something new and fresh that you put out and keep it moving, so that somebody else doesn't come in and scoop up your league getting the same template. So I understand that. Another thing I'd love to bring up, because I think it's very important. And I'll be the first one to raise my hand that I'm guilty of it as well, is you put in a lot of work to create these templates for us. And we know for a fact that there's bootleg copies of your stuff out there circulating around, in Google Drives, Dropbox, etc., and people are sharing. And there's really not much you can do about it. It's the same as us posting something online and they screenshot our pictures, and they haven't paid us for all of our time, our gear, and our efforts of putting things together. So just your thoughts about that. How do you feel about that? And what do you suggest for change or whatever? People just acknowledge your
Yeah.
skills and your time.
Well, I know it's out there, and I don't know. Maybe I see how Metallica felt with Napster, for those people
Uh,
who remember that. But honestly, it's going to happen. And for me, I can't dwell on it. I can't invest a lot of time, energy.
right,
I can't let it get me upset. Um, if somebody is that bad off, then they're going to do what they're going to do. But what I think I'd like or try to do is, with as many people as I can, time permitting, I try to be involved. I try to communicate. I try to be involved in the groups, comment,
right,
encourage. And even though I've yet to attend a conference, I try to build relationships. And I think, if I treat people right, treat them fair, and do all I can to give them good service and a good product, hopefully there'll be a mutual respect there. So, I don't think we'll ever eliminate it completely,
Right.
but I think if I, go about it in the right way, which, I do all of that stuff, not so that won't happen, but
Right. You
I
just
think
do it
that's
anyway.
a byproduct that hopefully will come from that. If
Absolutely.
that
I
makes
love
sense. Yeah.
it. Makes perfect sense. And I love the answer because if you focus on that, those few people percentage wise, as far as, what you're pulling in, then it detracts you from what you're doing. What your mission is creating your art, putting it out there and sharing it with us so that we can make money as well. Because if we think about it, first of all, most of us couldn't even scratch the surface of getting anything close to. You can look at it, say, oh, okay, I can do that myself. Right. Give it a shot and see what happens. And then look how difficult it is to do it and get all the elements together. So we appreciate you for that. And I wanted to bring that topic up because I think it's important. So for the viewers that are watching now and the folks that are going to be watching the replay, just keep that in mind. Give the man his money for the work that he put in. Give him his money. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll leave it at that. And just think about your heartstrings. If you're out there shooting and putting in all this work and somebody did it to you with your photography or any other product that you put together. So enough said on that. But I definitely had to bring that up. And again, I'll raise my hand. I'm guilty of it too. I got a couple of bootlegs out there, but this discussion, and I already know better. We all know better. This discussion helps. And the fact that we actually know each other, like you said, putting a face to a name, to a website, etc., it makes a difference. It makes a difference. So thank you so much for that. Let me go through these and check the comments. I'm going to run through these and see if we got any folks in here with some comments. Some of them are just accolades. Let me go ahead and throw them up. And let me take this banner off so it's not distracting. And boom, Don is the GOAT. I'm going to run these across. Right?
Whoever said that, ease up.
That's Rashad. Rashad.
Oh,
let's see. Yep. And let's see here. We got what's up, Cap? All right. Don rocks. Listening in Virginia. What's up, Don? Hey. Howdy. As I'm running through these, if you guys got questions, you better type them in because I'm going to get down to you. I'm starting at the top. Howdy from Dallas, Fort Worth. That's Stacy. Hey, Stacy, welcome. And I'll get with you. Yep, Stacy, I'll get with you sometime after this and help you out with your question you had for me earlier. Let's see there we go with the MSI. You got that right. Multiple streams of income. If you missed that, go back and watch the replay. It's very important. Here's Kane popping in. What's up, Don?
Love me some Kane.
All right, Kane is in the building, and I'll bring. They're both of them are sitting back in the waiting room, so I'll bring them on at the end.
Right on.
Rashad, I was backstage for a minute. Let's see who else. This is my wife giving some claps. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Rashad, wives are the real MVPs.
Can't argue.
We got Howie there. Okay, cool. Cat about to get. I'm gonna throw this one up, Howie. He said, "Cat about to get a streaming privilege to provoke," because I can see him back there in the weight room, but this format is not gonna fit 4 people. But I'll do it. I'll do it at the end anyway. So I'll bring him in before we shut it down. We got Lisa in here from Photo Day with the big smiles. Facebook user with the Hey Don.
Hey.
Let's see. Here we go. This is where I gotta get my wife in here. Let's see where'd she go. There we go. That's my wife. Don, love your work. She said, "Who's Don?" I said, "I just took her to your page." I said, "That's Don." I just took her to your page and showed her your work.
Right on.
Let's see. We got Lisa coming in again from Photo Day. It's good to finally see you, Don. I only know your name and your templates, so good. We got a face to it now. Let's see what else. Any comments? Type them in. I'm just about to the end of these. Okay. Here's another one with Stacy in Dallas. Don, do you sell any other sites besides your website? Any of the other? Are you involved with NextGen or any of the others, or you just sell your own direct and you don't work with anybody on them?
I do have a partnership with NextGen. So the designs that Wes wants to take on, he's been doing that. So Perfect. Other than that, nope. It's just the website.
Good. Sounds good. I don't see any other questions popping in here. So let me. Oh, well, here goes one. Facebook user. Question about your templates, Don. Are they good in making any type of banners, or are they just for prints?
Oh, they're versatile. This is something that I have all sorts of goals, but one of my to-do list goals for the very near future is to make more videos that are not template specific. And one of them is, crop ratios and resizing and making banners out of, something that would be the original size is a 16 by 20. But to answer your question, yes, you can make huge banners, or you can make a 5x7 print. It's high resolution, so it's got a lot of versatility there.
Lovely, lovely. I have a question, which is, what's the optimal resolution to send your, let's say, large banner in for like Signs 365 for like a 3x4, 3 feet by 4 feet? What's the optimal resolution to send to them?
Well, I believe they want it between 150 and 300. If it's really large, I go with 150.
Right.
If I'm just doing a 2x3, I typically will just leave it at 300.
Right.
And the file's not too big.
Exactly. For those of you that have computers that are memory challenged, you don't need that big 300 pixel thing for a large banner. A large banner is designed to be seen from a distance. And this is not a photograph, not something you get up on it and you start pixel peeping from 20 feet or whatever. It's if you went up to a billboard that you see on the freeway and got close on it, you're going to see the dots, right? So just consider whatever it's going to be used for in the actual size. So you do not need that large file to send to Signs 365. Save some time, save some memory on your computer. Let's see if there are any other questions in here. Type in those questions. Y'all don't have this opportunity.
Let me chime in one more thing on resizing. I get this, one of the top 10 questions that I get is how to take something small and make it big, and let's see, how do I want to say this? Don't enlarge your Photoshop file because it will make it astronomically huge and it will bog your computer down. Design your image assuming you have sufficient resolution, and have a JPEG or a finished file that you will increase or enlarge then. Big difference.
Lovely, lovely. All right, let me see if there's any other comments in here. Oh, Howie. Let me pop Howie up here. Oh, there's only 11 people in here. Let's go. All right. I think it's a great time for the East Coast. I would expect more, but they'll be watching on the replay. And with that, we're at 25 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Howie and Kane. Kane, look at the screen if you're good. Howie, I see you're good. Kane, can you hear me? No. All right. Howie, you're coming in. Kane, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. All right. Howie's in.
What's up?
Hey.
You got an echo, Howie.
Do I have an echo?
You have an echo.
Do I still have an echo?
Yes.
Why do I have an echo?
I don't know. Kane, thumbs up if you're good. All right. Let me see. Talk again, Howie. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. Big.
I have no idea.
Like you're in a dungeon almost.
My mic is muted on this.
It's
more like a dungeon. Yeah, it's more like a dungeon, but we can make it work.
Yeah.
So you saw the comments, Howie. We got Don here. You have any questions or contributions? You are a template maker yourself, so have at it.
Oh, I know I have an echo. Hold on.
Got another comment popped up here, Don. Working on anything specifically for dance?
For dance, I work with a gymnastics team once a year, and usually what I do with them translates to dance, but nothing dance specific. That usually comes in the summer. So if you go on the website and you look at any of the TGA templates, that's what I'm talking about. But you should check that out if you haven't already.
Cool, cool. Sounds good. We got that. Howie, anything else? You got a filler in there?
Yeah, bring Kane in.
All right, here he comes.
He's ready too.
All right, Kane, can you hear? Kane, can you hear?
I can't hear nothing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, there you go.
You can hear me?
Yes,
yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear y'all.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Don. Let me ask you something real quick. Is that an Uncle Lucius? Gosh, I am getting an echo. Is that Uncle Lucius back there?
If you know who Uncle Lucius is, you get bonus points, Howie.
Still can't hear y'all.
Yeah, my comment in there, I said, I think based on your beard, your pipe shelves, and the Uncle Lucius poster, I think we just became best friends.
Ah, nice. Well, it's nice to kind of meet you.
Right.
Yeah,
I've admired, if you want to call this meeting, but I've definitely admired your work for quite a while.
Well, I appreciate it.
Respect.
I just picked up one of your templates today, and I'm using it on a travel team. I just finished it, or I'm just finishing up. So.
Wow. Well, that's an honor. Howie McCormick is using something of mine.
Yeah, definitely. I've been wanting to get one for a long time, and they're sharp. They're very clean, very organized.
Thank you.
Yeah. So when I put stuff together, I think it looks good as a finished product, but
I can't hear it.
It's not as organized. I don't know why Kane can't hear.
Kane.
All right. Well, he'll have to get his stuff together.
Where was Kane? Home Depot?
It looks like he's at Home Depot shopping. I don't know what's going on, but anyhow, let me check and see if there's any other comments here. Lisa's got another comment up here. We see lots of your templates sell like fire in Photo Day. That's good to hear.
Nice.
That is good to hear. And let's see if we have any other comments that I missed. Go for it, Don.
No, I was just going to agree. I definitely like to hear that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Howie, any other questions that you have? We are at 29.
Well, I know I probably had some, but Kane not being able to hear kind of threw me off. I'm trying to figure out why he can't, because he was wanting to get in and ask some stuff too.
You're good. You're good. He can type it in the comments because I can see that.
Catch up in the comments, I guess.
Yeah. So good. And then Don, you mentioned you started with the Nikon. You switched to Sony, right?
I have, yeah.
Okay. And what was the main reason to switch from Nikon to Sony?
Well, I didn't make the total switch, but I decided to go ahead and pick up a Sony. Just everything that I've been hearing, you can't ignore it. With the eye detection and the focusing, there are some things that I wish I could take everything I like from my DSLR, my Nikon, and everything I like from my Sony and put them together. Maybe down the road. I try not to get caught up in the gear lust because I have realized that you can do incredible things with, I don't want to say
minimal gear.
Minimal that's
gear.
A good word. I don't want to say basic, but minimal gear. And it's nice to have the luxuries. I would love to have a Canon R6 or R5 or whatever the latest and greatest is, but I did want to try mirrorless, and there's a lot that I like about it, and I use it for all my portraits.
Lovely. Sounds good. Well, we are at 31 minutes. I'm going to check the comments real quick again, make sure we didn't leave anybody out.
Kane wants back in.
All right, let's give him a fourth try.
We don't have to cut this off 30 minutes.
Kane?
I'm here now.
Can you hear us?
I hear y'all. I'm in Costco getting my shop on. Don, what's up, man?
Hey, bud. Man. We were wondering where you were at. My guess was Home Depot.
Yeah, Costco.
Kane, try landscape. See if it works. Try landscape. There you go. That's you. Now you're in business.
Well, thanks for joining in, Kane.
I've been backstage. I've been
Oh, yeah.
I had him in jail till he got his stuff together. I was like, He's good. But great conversation. So we talked about the history. Let's talk about the future. What is the future for Third Creative?
Future for Third Creative, man, just really to try to keep what I'm doing and keep it fresh, which is really can be a challenge. Coming up with new ideas and not, continuing to revisit a lot of the same things. But I also want to expand on the learning portion of the website. I get so many questions and I try to field them as quick as I can. And I know a lot of people could benefit from, some non-template specific tutorial. So I want to really hit that up hard. And now that it, knock on wood, cross our fingers, it looks like that this COVID thing might be in a rearview mirror, or at least, starting to get that way. I want to get out and shake hands and actually meet some people in person. I think that would be good.
That's interesting that you mentioned that. Yesterday, I put a post up. I got a call from another photographer buddy that got a call for a job at a dealership, and he couldn't do it. He had another deal. It was just 4 hours worth of shooting an opening event, and it was $1,000. They just wanted like 400 digitals. I said, no problem. I can do that. And I'll be there. So I hopped in the car, jammed over there, missed a live that I had scheduled. I just lost my mind when I got the call. I said, I can do this, but I got to leave like in 15 minutes. So got it done. And going back to what you said about the shaking hands, there might have been, I'm going to say 80 people there, probably 3 masked up. I've been vaccinated. I feel like Superman now. I'm good. And shaking hands with folks and not feeling uncomfortable about it. It was a nice feeling to get back to that. So just dovetailing on what you said. Let me check the comments here. Third Creative. 4D creative virtual reality. I'm not sure what that means. What does that mean, Lisa?
The future.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
What the future is.
And then if you missed Bob's comment, Fallstown is his best-selling template. He uses the grunge action and athletes, sells every time. So
really?
Fallstown template. Yeah.
Y'all mind if I take this card?
And then
go ahead.
Don, let's see. Don has single-handedly made the industry millions. I agree. I agree. Your templates along with the others. Don's like, I don't know about that. You add it up, because you know what you made. So multiply that probably by 10, and that's what we made using your stuff. So I think that's a realistic number. Let's see. Any other comments? Type them in. No other comments. All right. Do you have any closing words, Don? Because I'm going to go out with your video like I came in with it.
Just a thank you to you three and to everybody out there that has supported me and, continues to come back. I get a lot of thanks, a lot of praise, and that feels good. But, I have to give it right back because, what this little business that I started, has become, it's still hard to wrap my brain around it, but it has been life-changing. And without all of you guys, this definitely wouldn't have happened. So right back at everybody else.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, let me not forget. You had a gift for our people. What was that?
A gift? What?
I think there was a discount or something. Good for a limited amount of time, I think.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, so anybody who wants to jump over to the website, thirdcreative.com, if you put in Rise Live 25, you'll get 25% off. But you better do it fast because tomorrow night, midnight Central Time, it goes bye-bye. But, speaking of thanking everybody, who is, contributed to what I have going on. So hopefully that, is a nice token of thanks to throw out there to you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, everybody.
And I'm scrolling that across the screen. Did I get it right, Don? Rise Live 25.
Yes.
All right. And I've been scrolling the website. I'm going to be scrolling it again when I play your video going out.
Cool.
So, Don, if you can hang out in the back room for a minute, let me close this thing out. And everybody else, let's close it out like we came in. So here we go. Da-da-da. Boom. And that's how it's done. Thank you so much, Don Ward, Kendrick Brown with Rise, along with Kane and Howie. Thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you watching the replay, make sure you type in your comments. Take advantage of this discount code. It's only good for a brief period of time. So go to thirdcreative.com, put in your discount code, get your templates, get them tonight. Don't wait because you're going to forget. And you're not getting mine because I'm not going to share it with you. Bye. Thanks for watching.